Our top story today is coming in from India. The opposition has hit the streets to pile on the pressure on the Indian government a day after the Cockroach Janata Party led the march till the parliament. Congress MPs, led by Rahul Gandhi, are now leading a protest outside Prime Minister Narendra Modi's residence in New Delhi. Earlier in the day, PM Modi called for the strictest possible punishment for those responsible for the paper leak. Meanwhile, Congress leaders, including Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi, have protested outside Prime Minister's residence. In fact, they still are. Meanwhile, Congress leaders, led by the leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, have been holding protests at the Lok Kalyan Marg, which is near the Prime Minister's residence, demanding accountability and the resignation of Mr. Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister. But soon, Union Minister Jitendra Singh reached the protest site where the Congress leaders were demonstrating, and he was seen briefly conversing with Rahul Gandhi. As per latest reports, Rahul Gandhi is said to have rejected the centre's outreach and will continue the protests overnight. Earlier, remember, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra visited the RML hospital in the national capital, and so did senior BJP leader JP Nadda, to meet and support the protesters who were injured after the clashes broke out between them and the security forces on Monday. Union Health Minister JP Nadda also visited two hospitals and met some of the injured. He met the officials to inquire about the condition of the protesters who were injured during the Cockroach Janata Party's march to the parliament. Nadda also reviewed the medical facilities being provided to the students. Meanwhile, Sonam Wangchuk, the activist who has been spearheading these protests, has vowed to continue his hunger strike from the Safdarjung hospital, where he was taken by authorities after over 20 days of hunger strike. Wangchuk's wife moved a petition in the Delhi High Court asking to take him to a private hospital. The Delhi High Court has given a nod to shift him to a private hospital now. On Monday, protesters attempted to march till the parliament, but they were halted at security barricades outside the complex. The Cockroach Janata Party, which is the political group that is leading the march, alleged that authorities used excessive force against the demonstrators. According to the Delhi police, more than 118 personnel, including senior police officers, have sustained injuries in the clashes with the protesters. FIRs have been registered against unidentified individuals and the protest organizers. Authorities are currently reviewing CCTV footage and electronic evidence to identify those involved in the vandalism. Prior to the parliamentary session, PM Modi addressed the issue at the meeting of the NDA parliamentary party. The Union Minister Kiran Rijiju said that the Prime Minister called for collective national efforts to build a foolproof examination system. PM Modi also highlighted that the government acted immediately after the NEET leaks emerged, resulting in swift arrests and decisive action against the culprits.
एक राज्य का मामला नहीं है, सिर्फ केंद्र सरकार का मामला नहीं, पूरा देश का हर एक राज्य में जहां जहां पेपर लीक करने में जो लोग लिप्त हैं, जो लोग इस धंधे में इन्वॉल्व है, जिन्होंने काम इस तरह का घिनौना किया है, पाप काम किया है, उनको सजा देने के लिए सब एकजुट होना चाहिए। ये कोई दलगत राजनीति का विषय नहीं है, ये देश का विषय है।
And our correspondent Dharamjot Kaur has sent us this report from Jantar Mantar. Take a look.
The scenario here at Jantar Mantar has changed once again from a lull in the morning to thousands reappearing here at the protest site. We are now standing outside the second layer of barricading, which is about and so more and more people are once again returning to this demonstration, demanding the Education Minister's resignation, demanding a systemic reform in the Indian education system, especially for the examinations that lakhs of students undertake every year. Now, from what we saw yesterday in terms of violence, de-escalation and the excessive force that police has used, morning was a feeler that students may not return out of fear and out of worry that something like this would happen again. However, they have proved everything wrong. They have returned over here More people who didn't show up yesterday are showing up today because they want the demands to be heard. They want a conversation and not excessive force being used by the security officials on young protesters at the protest site. The question now is, can a conversation happen, and will the government finally heed to the demands that thousands of protesters have been raising over here? As this question lingers, the Congress party, on the other hand, just a short distance from here, has been protesting near the Prime Minister's residence, demanding for his resignation in the aftermath of everything that transpired during the Sansad March movement here on July 20th in central Delhi. Where this conversation goes now is going to be something that will be very, very keenly watched. Here at Jantar Mantar, political journalist Abhishek Sinha for WION The World.